It's crazy, man. I've been freaking out over the last few weeks, at nighttime. At nighttime, I'll be alone and I just start thinking about the future of the world.
Also getting some horrific images coming from Israeli television. A reporter in the kibbutz Kafr Azar said the Israeli commander who liberated it from Hamas, says they found the bodies of 40 babies, and some of them with their heads cut off. And that's horrible to even say.
Israel's military says there are both civilians and Israeli soldiers who were taken captive and spirited over the border into Gaza. In just the last few minutes, there has been a statement from the Hamas's so-called military wing saying that the number of Israeli captives is far greater than the Israeli government is letting on.
It's going to be a terrible fight now, and what I'm worried about is that as the Israelis are stretched out in Gaza and as they're doing what they must do, particularly to retrieve those more than 100 hostages, infants, children, women, that at that point the Iranians will use their other proxy, Hezbollah, to attack from the north. And Hezbollah is even more well armed than Hamas, and they have 150,000 rockets, some of them very long range, so they'll put everything into that if they do attack.
Senior advisor to Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and a former Israeli ambassador to the UK. Ambassador, thank you very much for joining us. What can you tell us about the ground invasion? I mean, Israel's been telegraphing this. There are so many troops on the border. What are you able to tell us about when or if that's going to happen?
I apologize, Katie, but I can't go into operational matters for obvious reasons. I can, however, tell you what our goal is. And our goal is to cripple Hamas, to smash their military machine, and to create a new reality in Gaza where they will no longer threaten our people. They'll no longer have the capability to hurt our people, to inflict the sort of violence that they inflicted upon us on Saturday morning. And they will no longer have the will to do so. That's the goal.
From all the horrors emerging out of Israel and Palestine, we've learned a sobering lesson that strikes a lot closer to home. Hamas's assault on Israel was characterized by a series of brutal attacks against innocent civilians. Young people and children just trying to live their lives who had nothing whatsoever to do with whatever Israel's done to Palestine. Toddlers in Israeli border towns kidnapped by militants. At least 260 partygoers dancing at a desert festival. Ambushed and slaughtered by Hamas terrorists who parachuted in. Others kidnapped, raped, left for dead. A young woman, 30-year-old German tattoo artist Shani Luke, paraded through the streets on the back of a pickup truck, half naked as some kind of sick trophy, as Palestinians cheered, celebrated and spat on her corpse.
הולך ליפול בקרוב מאוד, היום, מחר, על עזה. כל זה.
Now, the death toll from a deadly earthquake of magnitude 6.3 that jolted western Afghanistan on Saturday.
Close to 2,000 people have died following a powerful earthquake in Afghanistan yesterday. That's according to the Taliban, which released those numbers this morning. The 6.3 magnitude quake struck the heart of Herat city in the western Herat province, which is the third largest in Afghanistan. The quake was followed by multiple aftershocks.